This is more than a show. It's the Great British Shooting Show, the biggest celebration of shooting in the UK, bar none. From air guns to optics, country style to sport, it's where every shooter belongs. 3 incredible days, from the 13th to the 15th of February 2026 at the NEC Birmingham. No distractions, just the very best of British shooting and beyond, all under one roof. Book now at shootingshow.co.uk.
Hi, Gary Chillingworth here for Airgun World Magazine, Shooting Country TV. Welcome to Back to Basics with Daystate. Now, before we get into our video today, a huge thank you for all the kind messages after last week's video. I was really quite unwell, ended up with pneumonia of the lower left lobe of the lung. I'm sort of recovering a bit now, but still a little bit breathless. But yeah, thanks for all the kind messages, very much appreciated. So what are we doing today? Well, Daystate have very kindly loaned us their new Blackwolf. This is the Zero Tactical. Now, like all other Blackwolves, it's completely modular. You can either have a cylinder or a bottle. We have a 2-2 barrel conversion because it's designed to basically be able to swap out barrels and to completely change the rifle around. It's like something like this. This is your standard pistol grip. You can either have this one, which is the straight up and down, or you can have the swept back version. Everything is designed to be interchangeable and to be modular, and that is the ethos behind the Blackwolf. And that's why it's going to work so well for the channel, because as we do different things, shooting 2-2, doing your kneelers, your standards, whatever it is you need to do, we can modify the gun to how we want it. Now, I've already been at this rifle and I've done a few modifications myself. If you notice on the back, we have a PRS butt pad. Now, it comes with this, the standard butt pad, which sits just there, but I've attached the PRS because I need a bit of extra depth. Now, one of the things I do love about this rifle is the fact it's got push button, slides in and out for reach. You can adjust up and down just by the press of a button. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Well, you adjust it once and you never ever adjust it again. Aha, I see what you're saying. I shoot HFT. I see a lot of FT shooting as well, and I see a lot of parents shooting with their kids or husband and wife. And I mean, I'm 6 foot and I weigh slightly more than 10 stone. I'm considerably larger than a child if I was shooting with one. So if I set this gun up for me and we're gun sharing, because, you know, because rifles are quite expensive, if it's set for me, it won't be good for the child. But what you can do is, let's say for reach, I have my reach back there. I then pass it on to my son, push the button in, click in, and now that's much better for him. All you need to do is make sure that you know your measurements. You come back, you can have a little spacer or something like that, so you know how to move it about. Obviously, same with the cheek piece. I know that's set up for me, but for a child, it might need to be higher. So what you can do is you can have just a little spacer. I've seen somebody use a piece of PVC tubing that they just use as a marker. So they just slide it in round there, click it down, and then they know that they're bang on. So if you're an adult and you want to gun share, you know, with a youngster or someone who's different size to you, the fact that you can just press a button and slide in and out is a huge boon. It means you can have one gun, one expensive gun, one scope, and in between pegs or in between shots, you can adjust it. Obviously, speak to your marshal, speak to the club, just let you know that you're doing. And you obviously can't start adjusting things for you for in between shots. You can't go, well, I'm doing a standing shot now and I need that to be closer. Bang, like that. That wouldn't be allowed. But as long as you're using the same measurements each time, then if you're gun sharing with other people, it should be fine. But again, speak to your marshals first. This rifle, it comes with it comes with everything the Blackwold does. It's got the power adjuster, it's got the Picatinny rail, it's got the amazing trigger. And this is the thing about Daystates have often used electronic triggers, and the electronic triggers have always been good. But this trigger set is something different. Without a word of a lie, I think it's one of the nicest triggers I've ever shot. And triggers are incredibly important. They give you real accuracy. With a trigger, if you're on it and you don't know when it's going to go off, you're never going to get, that kind of precision accuracy that you need. But on here, you can take up the first stage, you can hold it on the second, and the pellet will only go when you need it to go. You need to try one of these triggers. They really do make a difference. We're actually going to do a whole video on trigger technique, because I honestly think trigger technique is one of the most underappreciated things, and it's what differentiates the top shooters from the average. So I need to learn how to do proper trigger technique. Obviously, it's regulated. It's got that large chamber, that large regulated chamber, which gives it consistency. I've put this over the chrono with Wade pellets, and I think I was getting around about a 3. Sorry, I'm getting like a 3 foot per second variance, which is absolutely superb. Well, I think I'm waffling enough. I think what we need to do is we need to go out on the range, and we're going to test it at 25, 40 and 55 yards and see how we go. Okay, so we're now set up at 25 yards. The gun is set up exactly as I like it. It's got the PRS butt pad, which has given me a bit more height. It's got the straight up and down pistol grip. Got the nice forend. We've got the 0 dB silencer on the front. Cheek piece has been set up. So let's stick a marker down there. Okay. We've fitted the single shot tray. Obviously, this does come with a magazine. Okay, that just made the hole bigger. Another couple of shots at 25, and then we'll move out to 40. Obviously, this is what you'd expect from a high-end rifle, but these are, I think they're about $18.50. If you go to the surplus store in Crawley, use the code GC5, get a 5% discount. But if you actually look at high-end rifles, I think the Steyr FT now is about $3,500. So yes, it's expensive, but 1,800 versus 3.5. You pays your money, you take your choice. I do like this stock though. Okay, maybe a quarter of a pellet high. Obviously, when you're laying prone, anyone who shoots prone will know you've got your heart beating in and out, so you do get a little bit of pulse. Anyone who tells you shoot between your heartbeats, just tell them to go away. Okay, last one. Obviously, we're going for the lower mark. Well, there you go, 25 yards. In HFT, that'll be a 15mm kill. I think we maybe went half a pellet high on one of them, but obviously that's down to me. We're not shooting off of a bench rest style. It's not what I do. This is about testing a rifle in real world situations. So let's now push it out to 40 yards and see how we go. Okay, so we're going to be shooting now at 55 yards. Now that's not a distance I'm used to shooting. Maximum HFT goes out to 45, but a lot of FT shooters are going to be looking at buying a Blackwolf. So let's put a marker down. Okay. I do have a lot of respect for FT shooters. There is a huge difference between 45 yards and 55 yards. The pellet's massively slowing down. It's affected by wind a lot more than it is sort of HFT ranges. And that's why you really need a rifle that's super accurate with a really good trigger, because any little mistake you make here is going to be magnified massively when you get further down. Okay, breathing, trigger control. Well, I'll take that. Pretty much through the same hole. Okay. Concentrate. Okay. 2 more. There is no doubt that this is a stupidly accurate rifle. How is it I can get a better group at 55 than I did at 40? That doesn't make any sense. I just assume I'm getting used to the rifle. Maybe when I was shooting at 40, because I'm used to shooting at 40, I wasn't giving it the respect it deserved. Now I'm actually physically trying to slow myself down and think about what I'm doing, breathing better. Right, last shot, don't screw it up. And a touch to the left. Well, I'm not going to argue with that at 55 yards. The gun is certainly accurate. It's more accurate than I'll ever be. Well, we've shot the rifle prone. Now, I was going to try and do some standing shooting with it, but we're going to do that in another video. And at the moment, I don't have the energy. But when I'm holding the rifle in position, the weight, naturally, as you can see, is towards the rear of the rifle. So that makes it very well balanced for standers and certainly for kneelers. I just feel that the quality of the rifle, the quality of the stock, the design, you can see that it's designed certainly for target shooting. But I think as a hunter, you'd be more than happy with it. I mean, it's like a nice matte colour, so you're not going to get a lot of glint off the sun. I think we're going to do a lot more kneeling and standing training with it. But so far, genuinely impressed with the rifle. But superb accuracy when you're prone. And I've got no doubt that it's going to help my standers. And my lord, do I need help with my standers. Okay, so we've been out on the range. 25 yards, we were putting pellet through pellet. Certainly, huge amount of accuracy. 40 yards, again, slightly expanded pellet size. 55 yards, we were getting a group like that. So the accuracy is there. I've got no doubt that if you're a better shot than me, you can probably even tighten that group up even more. But yeah, what an absolutely stonkingly accurate rifle. I put that down a lot to the trigger. I can't wax lyrical enough about how good this trigger set is. This rifle, I think, The balance is absolutely great. I haven't been doing a huge amount of standers and things like that with it at the moment because purely I don't have the breath because of, obviously, I've been ill. My muscles aren't that great at the moment. But we're going to get into that. But from a prone position, it's stunningly accurate. It's lovely to shoot. I certainly like the PRS butt pad. That is definitely an upgrade that's worth doing. Obviously, you could get the barrel tensioning system if you want it. I don't know how more accurate this gun can actually be. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's got the 0 dB on the front. These are a lot of fun, and they do seem to be working incredibly well. I think we need to use this in competition. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the King Cobra. I think I might put an MTC Connect on it. But yeah, I think what an absolutely belting rifle. And for the channel, it's going to be absolutely perfect because of how adaptable it is. You know, the more we get into this, the more we can actually learn how to adjust it and make it the rifle we need it to be for the type of shooting we want to do. Sorry, there's a muntjac running past our thing and the dog's chasing it. Great. Well, yeah, that's about, so I'm going to have to go and retrieve the dog. Right, okay, so thank you for joining us. It's been a great day today, and you take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the range again very, very soon. Ta-da, I've got to go and get the dog.